Hey, what's up everyone? Mike here, and today we're going to do a different kind of video than I would normally do, and it's all sparked because of an email I got this morning. I was actually going to do a how-to video today and some other stuff, but today I want to discuss goals and what really matters in business. Is it all about money, or are there other things that matter much more? This was all sparked because I got a hate email, surprisingly enough, about my video the other day when I talked about my income, and the email basically said that because I don't make enough money, that I'm not credible as a teacher and an educator, and that I shouldn't be making YouTube videos to help people because I don't make enough money, that I should be doing that. And I'm not sure how that directly correlates. I think it's kind of a hilarious email. I'm not going to share it or mention who sent it just because I think it's childish, and I just don't want to give them the attention. And also, I think it's kind of a bad idea to think that the amount of money that someone makes them credible, right? Because there's plenty of rich people in the world that aren't credible because they're rich. That doesn't mean anything. What truly matters is how educated someone is, how willing they are to learn and teach people and jump in. And I think overall I've done a great job on this channel, even if I don't make enough money to be one of the top sellers on eBay or one of the top guys on FBA. The more important part is I jump in, I learn, and I tell you guys what not to do so you don't make the same mistakes I did. And that's just how the channel's been. And I think the fact that I have a big audience now, and the fact that the channel's growing like crazy, and all the praise I get constantly just shows that I'm doing a great job. So I'm not too concerned about the email. I could care less, really. But I want to discuss why the amount of money I make does not matter, and why it should matter to you how much you make either, because there are underlying goals in life that are much more important. So first of all, I think the biggest misconception ever about business is that everyone gets into business just to make tons of money, right? Yes, it's true, business is to make money, but that doesn't mean people start a business to make money. That's their only goal. There's a lot of other things, that can be achieved from business. If you look at a business if you look at Tom's, for instance, every time a pair of Tom's is bought, another pair of Tom's is donated to kids in need, so they have shoes. And that's a great example of how a business can become much more than just a money-making tool. While I'm in business to make money, yes, that's never been my underlying goal. And I've talked about it in past videos, and you can go look it up. And you can ask every family member or friend I have about what my goal in business is, and they all know what it is. The point of my business is to get to the point where it's so successful that I can hire many of my family members and give them a consistent, good income. And the reason I want to do that is because my family, my whole life has been poor. There's many members of my family that dealt with drug addiction and alcohol abuse, and it's just really been a giant mess. And everyone just kind of fends for themselves, and no one really lives too happily. They all work day jobs. They all live paycheck to paycheck. They all spend all their extra money at the bar or on whatever vice they have. And to me, that's not okay. And a lot of them are great people. They just can't get out of the rut because they haven't had the opportunity, or that's the cycle they got sucked into. And so really my goal was to make a business where I can capture the younger generation of my family and get them all working on one thing as a group. That way when we all grow old and we're 60 or 70, we have one cohesive unit of a family that's working on one goal of a business. And this gives all of our children and grandchildren the opportunity to grow as a family and get out of the poor neighborhoods we all grew up in, and get out of the same cycle we all lived in. Because it's not good. It's a rough life. And, my cousins and me, we all grew up very different. We all had a lot of issues we dealt with individually. And so that was always my goal for business. It's never about the amount of money I make. It's more so about the amount of lives I can change when I get to the point it's doing well. Now with you, or anybody really, there's other underlying goals in your business, and they're what truly matter. Yes, the money matters because the money is what makes the business consistent and sustainable. But once a business is sustainable, there's so many other opportunities to do other things with it. Then you can use your extra free time to work on projects you like, or to enjoy your life, or to retire. That's the whole point of business. It's to create security and sustainability so you can do what you really want with your life. And I think that's a huge misconception, that everyone thinks that you just need to make as much money as you possibly can to be happy. That's not true at all. I am far more happy helping as many people as I can possibly help than I will ever be being rich. Yes, I want to be rich. Of course I do. Most people do. But that's also because of the security that brings, right? That gives you the ability to do the things you want. I can guarantee you right now, if someone handed me $1 million today, I would have no idea what to do with it, but I know a good amount of it would go to helping other new business owners and young people who are up and coming entrepreneurs create their business and grow. And I would consult with them and teach them and help a bunch of businesses be successful, because that's what I enjoy doing. So for you, I think it's important that your business has an underlying goal. No matter what it is, if you're selling clothing or shoes or video games and you're doing well in your niche and everything's going good, continue to grow on it. But more importantly, make underlying goals that are achievable and that, they help you in your life. If you like hiking, then make your goal, to travel and do some hiking based on the income you're making with your business once it's successful. That way you're enjoying something rather than just the money from your business. And this can be done with literally anything. If you enjoy anything, make sure you have other goals and aspirations besides just being successful, because the definition of success is nothing. There is no definition for success. There is no guideline for success. Everything that success is considered is really based on the person. Success for me is far different than what success for you would be. And I think that's really important to recognize, and it's really important to learn. And just to give another example that I just thought of in my head about business owners with underlying goals, another example would be Gary Vaynerchuk, right? He's very successful. He owns VaynerMedia and WineLibrary.com. He's very rich, and he helps tons of new entrepreneurs get started, which is awesome. But his ultimate goal is to own the New York Jets. And it's like, to most people, that's not a goal that they would want to achieve, right? But to him, that's what he's been working towards his whole life. That's what he's always wanted to do. That's what drives him to do better. And I feel like you have to have an underlying goal, so you're driven to work even harder, way past the money and way past, the little things, into what really matters to you at heart. So all in all, I just kind of want to do a video. The email got me really thinking about a few things, and I was thinking, most people's goals probably have less to do with money and more to do with being happy. And what makes everyone happy is very individual based and not so global and easy to understand. So all in all, if you don't have goals set for your business, I think you should set some realistic goals for yourself and work towards them. Something that makes you happy, something that helps others, something that has a much bigger impact on your lives or somebody else's life than just money alone and being successful. So I know this video is kind of a little long-winded and maybe kind of ranty, not my typical kind of video, but I don't get to sit down often and kind of vlog or talk about things like a lot of YouTubers do. So I think it's kind of a good change of pace. For me, I actually have a question for everyone. Do you believe, and just be honest, I honestly don't care here, do you believe that the amount of income that someone makes backs their credibility for anything? Is that a good concept to go by or not? I feel like in my head it's not, but that doesn't mean that's true or it's correct. Also, do you believe that the amount of money I make makes me not suitable to teach people? And you can be completely honest with me. It doesn't hurt my feelings, honestly. I'm just curious to what everyone thinks about this, because I thought it was kind of an interesting concept that money brings credibility. And I feel like that's a bad idea to go by, because then, all the rich people can influence everything because they're supposedly credible, which right from the beginning gives them all of the power. So, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think about that? I'd love to know. Hey everybody, I just want to thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. If you'd like to check out some other videos, go ahead and click over there. And if you'd like to subscribe, hit the giant red button above my head. There's also social media links down in the description. I hope to see you guys soon.